So this video is to finish up setting your classroom up for progress monitoring, and you got this document in your email. You are going to cross-reference this document. Kindergarten and first grade, you will do all of your students because none of your students are on this document as it begins with second grade. So if I'm a second grade teacher, I am looking at this document to see which of my students have already gotten a progress monitor set up for them. That is what this document is. So then I am going to go into my Fastbridge and I'm going to identify based on this this reporting document that I showed you guys on Friday, this individual skills report, which is easy to see. This is where you'll get their accuracy. But if you want to just go into this document, group screening report, CBMR English, your grade, and generate report. And then if you click on this, if you hover over the fall, it brings up this toggle and you can sort your students based on their exclamations. So if I'm in second grade, I am noticing, and I'm Mrs. Hinkes, I'm noticing that David, Zoe, Alice, Kensley, and Kavea have exclamation marks by their name. So now I need to look at that intervention document, second grade, and see if any of them are on there. So I'm going to look for David. David is not on this list, but he has an exclamation mark, so he's one that I'm going to need to set up for. Zoe is on this list, so I do not need to set up one for Zoe. I have a short memory, so I'm going to check again that document. David, Zoe, Alice, Kensley, and Kavea. So Alice, I'm going to check. Alice is right there. Kensley is right there. And Kavea. Kavea is right there. So the only one that I still need to set up if I am Molly is David. So Molly, you are the lucky guinea pig. I am going to do David for you. So Molly should have already set up her intervention for all of these students that do not have any exclamation mark. So now I'm going to show her how to set up for David and anybody else who has those exclamation marks that aren't on your list. So you are going to go into progress monitoring just like you did before. You are going to go to new. You are going to click on reading. You're going to add those selected students. If it's more than one student, Molly only had one in her class, but if you had maybe two or three, you can enter them all at the same time. So I'm going to start typing David's name. There he is. I'm going to click on him. And that is the only student, so I'm going to confirm. Now set up progress monitoring. It's the same way except for one minor tweak. CMR English, Mrs. Hinkes is the monitor. We're going to start from 1. We're going to start with the beginning date of the 17th so that everything works. And we're going to scroll over to June 7th as our end date. And here's the frequency. I know that he is a single and it should be every other, but I always want to err on the side of caution and make sure you have a progress monitor available when it is their week. So we are going to do one per week, even though he will be progress monitored every other week based on the calendar. This just ensures that there's something available for him. We're going to change his goal from 1.4 to that unrealistic goal of 2. Oh, sorry, very ambitious, not unrealistic. We are not going to set up anything in EduClimber. We're going to again leave this blank. We're going to save it. And it was successful, so we're going to click OK. So Molly, you can celebrate because your class is done if you set up all your others. I encourage you to please, please, please have this done by the end of the day on Monday, because Tuesday is a progress monitoring of the double exclamation marks and the single exclamation marks. And you as the classroom teacher are responsible for doing that. And you can do that during that win time block. So if you have questions, please reach out. Again, first grade and kindergarten, you will be setting up all of your students. If they have no exclamation marks, it's the first set of directions. And if they do have an exclamation mark, it's that every week change. So hopefully this all works out for you and you will be able to easily set up your exclamation mark groups. So remember, if your student's name is not on this document anywhere, then you do need to set up a group for them. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday.